Welcome to Largest Issue in the Galaxy, every issue in the galaxy, from stupid hats to angry cats. Our host, Riely, the big guy, joined, of course, by my co-host, the little guy, Andrew.
How the fuck do you have so much enthusiasm?
I don't know where that came from. That just kind of happened.
That just kind of happened. You just started screaming.
Oh shit, Mo's coming on. Hold on. The
Wait,
special surprise guest. And then we got
Wait.
Mo, folks. We'll have him in a minute.
How did you?
I didn't know. I didn't know he was going to come on. I asked
know?
him to. I didn't think.
You asked him.
Listen. I asked him to. I asked him. I didn't think he'd say yes. And then he said yes. So now we've started and Mo's going to join us. He can, even if he doesn't join us right away, he can skip through all the boring parts he doesn't need to be a part of, like who won.
What do you mean? The intro's like the second best part of this show.
What's the first best part? The rest?
When it ends.
Oh, wow. Okay. Fuck you then.
I'm just kidding to the audience that watches this show. The best part is when Riely says that he loses. Just so we're on the same page. That's the best. Even though his issue is won for like the last couple weeks. And if it wasn't him winning, then it's been the co-host. Wait, no. That's how it's supposed to work if there's two of us, but there's never just two.
There was just two last week, and there was going to be just two this week, but now, I guess apparently Mo's going to come on, which is good.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about who won and shit. Hopefully he comes on hopefully he hops in by the time we actually start talking about issues. I'll tell you who won if you give me just a second here.
Well, just prove that Riely is so unprepared for this episode. Not only did
Andrew, you're never prepared for shit. You don't get to talk shit to me. Yeah, I'm the one who has to remind you 9 times out of 10 that this is a fucking thing that happens every week.
Riely, guess what? Who has their issues ready for today?
Both of us, motherfucker. I have one now. I have one, and we have Mo now, so we only need one. So fuck you.
Then why did it take you literally like 30 minutes to come up with
I didn't know Mo was coming on until we already started.
Okay, but that's not the problem here.
What's the problem?
The problem is that you took 40 minutes to come up with an issue.
Listen. It wasn't even 40 minutes, it was fucking like 20!
Okay, I've been sitting here since like 8, you know, the time that we're supposed to do this.
Motherfucker, and I'm gonna kick your ass. I'm gonna come to fucking wherever the fuck Michigan and just fucking shove you in a hole.
Wherever the fuck Michigan.
Wherever the fuck Michigan.
You don't even know. How dare you?
Oh my god, it finally happened! We have one vote, and it's for fandom shaming, folks! I won! I won the episode!
I'm almost positive that you've won more times than me.
No, it's usually either you or our guest.
No, it's
I've probably won more times than you on the back of the fact that you've been absent for like half the fucking show. That's probably the only reason I've won more than you.
Okay. Hear me out on this. If I were to go to the issue list, okay, and I were to look at every,
I didn't narc who won on the issue list.
Yeah, I know, but I will know because I don't watch this, but
because you're psychic, because you know these things.
Yes, I am psychic.
Mo said, "Give me a minute," so I assumed that meant an actual minute, not like fucking 20.
Okay, let me tell you all a great example of Riely being stupid. Gonna be a few minutes late, FYI. He was 7 minutes late. I wouldn't consider that a few. It's like
I consider 7 a few, you piece of shit.
You're also probably the person to think a couple minutes is 3 hours.
That's definitely not true. A couple minutes is 2 minutes, period. A few minutes is anywhere between like 3 and 8.
3 and 8.
But anyway, was there somewhere you were going with that? Are you done talking shit, Andrew?
My point is, that you had like a whole week to prepare. This is like the second week in a row where you are doing an impromptu show, and this one wasn't even impromptu.
I wasn't even sure we were going to be able to do this week because I thought I was going to get my fucking work schedule changed sooner than I was. Because, by the way, FYI, show announcement, everybody. Our release schedule might change, maybe not. So, we're recording earlier, right? We're gonna move our recording day. We usually record Monday at 8. We're gonna do that Sunday at 8 now because I'm gonna be working Monday nights because I switched my schedule because they switched how we get paid, and you get paid more for working on weekends. And I like to have 2 days off in a row, right? So I used to have Sunday and Monday off, but I want to work Sunday because you get paid more on weekends. And Sunday is the day shift. You can only work 12 to 6. You can only work 12 to 6 on Sundays. So I used to have Sunday and Monday off. So now I'm going to switch that to Wednesday and Thursday because Wednesday and Thursday are just shitty nights overall. And I can still have 2 days in a row off. So then I'll be working Monday night. So we can't do the show on Monday night anymore. So after this, Sunday night. Also, Mo's actually here now. Welcome, everybody, for real, Moediggity.
Hi! Yay! I'm
It's
on a
like no one
podcast!
ever. Don't you have your own podcast?
He does,
Yeah, I
which we're
got my own
recording right
podcast,
when we
bitch.
get right when we leave.
Well, I'm going to be honest here. I'm probably going to dip after like a little bit after an hour because I want to like set up for me and
Another
Riley's.
podcast.
Yeah, for another podcast.
Another
It's
podcast
actually.
that we're both gonna go do right after this. We could probably finish the show in an hour.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, because I'm getting voicemails for the new show, and that's the 50th episode of the MoCast featuring Riley as one of my co-hosts, and I'm really, really looking forward to it.
So actually, Mo, I don't know if you're prepared. I'd say since you might have to dip early, usually we let the guest go second and last, but I'd say since you might have to dip early, we have you go first and third. Do you think that's fair?
Yeah, sure, man. I'm down. Whatever.
Okay, well then it's issue time. So, like I said, Mo's gonna go
Dude came
first.
more
So, Mo,
prepared
give us
than
your
you
first
with
issue.
issues.
I didn't hear a word you were saying because you were talking over Riley.
Of course I was, because Riley didn't come up with issues until like the last possible second.
Well,
Yeah,
now
I
he
del-
has time. Now he has
I-
time to go with some issues because now I have
Because
one
now
issue
Mo's
right off the top of my
going
head.
first. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, wiggity swooty, let me take a little drink of this Ozarka sparkling water, which I've almost replaced completely. I've almost replaced soda completely with sparkling water and water drinks because it's like way better for you, and it cuts down on my caffeine consumption because I am ingesting a lot of caffeine, and I know it's probably going to have an adverse effect on my blood pressure. So, with that in mind, yummy. My largest issue is logistics.
Okay.
Now, what I mean by that is, so
Please
as you know,
explain.
I will. Thank you.
I also need you to explain what that word means.
Logistics. Okay,
Yes.
so to put it in super layman terms, it's organizing shit.
Oh.
Yeah, it's basically all right. So like you're trying to run an office, right?
Mhm.
And you have a million invoices that you gotta fucking put out. Plus, you gotta make sure that the your orders for like your delivery orders or your shipping orders are properly done up, and you know you're contacting the people. It's all very boring and very droll. It's a very droll industry, logistics. But anyway, so I'm trying to organize everything for the 50th, and because like I'm also organizing like other stuff like my streams and content creation and stuff, and I've felt myself banging my head against my fucking desk because like if I'm the type of person that will make up a schedule for something, right? And if anything at all, like I'm like the Titanic with the glass jaw. If I bump into anything or there's like slight resistance on everything, my whole fucking plan falls apart. It's kind of like the old adage, the old saying, the plan never survives the enemy. Well, my enemy is society, and my plan is my bullshit. And I try
I know
my
that
absolute.
saying quite well, as it's a quite common adage in the Pokemon Nuzlocke community, where your plan for a gym immediately goes out the window when you actually go face to face with the gym leader.
Yeah, it's kind of like, you hear someone go, "There's no way that this can go tits up," and then 15 minutes later, everything's tits up.
Everyone's dead. Oh god.
Everyone is dead. Oh my god, Steve, you fucking dumb shit.
Huh?
So anyway, yeah, it's I guess the stresses. Maybe this is a roundabout way of saying that the stresses of adulthood sometimes rear their ugly head, and I have to work around that and work with it and try not to get plowed by it. You know what I mean? Because it is a fickle mistress, and it will freaking peg you if you're not looking.
Huh?
Gross.
Oh yeah, it's kind of like you're walking around and you're yawning. Then all of a sudden, life goes surprise and sticks its dick in down your throat. That's pretty much how logistics feels all the time. And
Yeah,
trying to
and
organize.
I figured you probably were up to your eyes in preparing for episode 50, which is why I messaged you tonight to ask you to come on Largest Issue. But then I immediately remembered, shit, it's MoCast night, so I went to the group chat to make sure that was still happening. And then
Right.
I wasn't even expecting you to want to come on Largest Issue because I figured you were preparing, which is why we started without you. And then I saw, oh shit, he wants to come on. Let me give him the role and let him in.
Oh yeah, no problem. Yeah, man, this is just so I can stretch out a little bit and get ready to yap because I have like stuff I'm actually preparing to say and all that. So I'm really looking forward to it.
You got some feels for episode 50? Those
No,
milestone feels?
I'm an old school man. I don't believe men should have feelings, honestly, and honestly, I might
I don't believe
I
men
might have
should have
some.
feelings.
No, no, not at all, man. Men. I'm sorry. Like this is an old way of thinking, sure, and you can say that if you like, but like no, men shouldn't have fucking feelings. Like feelings get in the way of the business of the day, and we need to get our shit together as an entire gender and quit fucking around. Like Twitter is so damaging to man's progress, and specifically the gender of man. Because we have to run the fucking world, and we're not able to do that if we're too busy nitpicking and yelling
Are
and
you saying
canceling each
women
other.
can't run the world, Mo? Is that
I'm
what you're
not.
saying,
Yes.
Mo?
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. I am not even saying that. I'm talking exclusively of men because I am a man, and I'm speaking in terms of us. Because I'm in right now. I'm inwardly focused on my specific gender. Women are going to have to figure women out because I don't know how to fucking figure women out. And if anyone else here knows how to figure women out, I'll shut up right now and you guys can speak. So anything? Anyone? Huh? All right.
Nope.
But no. Because we got shit to do, and the more that we're spending time yelling at each other and trying to figure out our pronouns to put in our bio, the less time we take in running the world and logistics, and that's why I
I
hate
very much
logistics.
have feelings. I don't fall into a lot of the boxes that you would say, quote unquote,
Right.
men would fall into.
Right. I mean, like, dude, my way is like it's fucking tough, and it ain't for everyone. And like, I won't fault people for men for having feelings. You can have feelings if you want. I mean, if it does you really well, then go for it. It's just that I got to get off my ass and do something with my life every single day, because like a man can't have a job. Man can't live without having a job. That sucks. Like we have to have purpose, in our life and our existence. There's got to be like a point, you know what I mean? And so I guess logistics and all that. The reason why I hate it is because it's a constant, never-ending battle to figure out what the quote unquote point is, whatever the point means to you.
Yeah, definitely. Mo, do you not even have like the feeling of pride? Like pride in the fact that we've made it 50 episodes in our show that we make?
But yeah, of course well, all right. I mean feelings as in like feelings that will slow us down. Like pride doesn't like fucking slow you down. Like if you build something, even if it's a fucking little like a mud volcano or a freaking skyscraper, you should always feel pride that you accomplished something.
Yeah, the 50 episodes for a podcast is fucking huge. Like, this show is approaching its 50th. We're on 41 right now, is the episode we're doing right at
Mm-hmm.
this very moment. And it's funny, to part the curtain a little bit, because I'm never really private about, like, my podcast planning and shit. I made a channel in the Discord. Nobody can see it. It's private, obviously, because if we start planning shit in there, we don't want to spoil it for you.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a channel for planning the 50th episode. And I went in there, I made a secret role to give to Andrew and to 3 people who I really wanted to come on episode 50. I will not spoil who 2 of them are, but I will spoil that Mo is one of them.
Oh, right.
That I invited. And nobody, including Mo, although I assume that's just because he just didn't notice, has responded to that invite or done any brainstorming of ideas for episode 50, as I asked Andrew and those potential 3 guests to try to do.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, there's an episode 50 chat for that?
Yes, you're in the chat. One of the channels available to you in the largest issue of the Galaxy Discord server is labeled Episode 50 Planning, Andrew.
Well, I'm just...
Have you never looked inside of this channel? Ever? Once?
Anywho, while Mo was talking, I
Anyway,
felt needlessly
logistics,
called out.
huh?
I felt needlessly called out because he said that men shouldn't be sad over stupid shit, and I'm sad over my crackers being soggy.
That
Okay,
is
see,
pretty sad.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
a sad thing.
Okay, well, maybe, because I get
Maybe
pissed
some
off when
things
someone
are
drinks
worth
my Coke.
feelings.
All right, well, yeah, you got that. Like, I get pissed off when someone drinks a Coke, and now I'm like having to recount all of them and go, all right, so I don't have to go fucking trek out into the COVID verse, and get like nasty looks or just run into the scourge that is people, or maybe even get this stupid fucking silly
Better
ass
put on
meme
that mask,
virus.
Mo. Better put on that mask.
Put on your compliance to the state so everyone knows that you're kneeling because you're a fucking drone, a goddamn
Make sure
slave.
to wear your government simp cloth over your nose.
And next thing you know, it'll be like eyes down, head forward, and
Putting your mask over your eyes.
Oh,
You
dude,
get
no.
COVID through your eyes.
Our Lord and Savior, Dr. Fauci, wants us to wear 2 masks. It's twice
I
the
read
compliance,
that.
twice
Yeah.
the subservience, twice the conformity of like just one mask. If you thought
They want
one
you to wear a
mask,
paper mask under your fucking cloth mask.
No.
you know what's really fucking funny?
What?
So the Chinese government has been anally swabbing all the diplomats and like people who are in charge of going to China on behalf of the Biden administration. Well, they've been sticking fucking swabs up their asses, like literally up their ass, right? And China, after they found out that they didn't have to do that, like another simple test would suffice. They issue a really weak but kind of like an apology with a little bit of snickering behind that. They go, well, we're sorry, we didn't know, we shouldn't have done that, lol. And that was it.
Lol.
So if you're working for the Biden administration, you quite literally take it up the ass.
The chairman of China had this to say. My bad, lol.
Lol, oops. Guess we'll put all these videos
Oops,
on
XD.
Chinese YouTube. Like, hey, check this out. It's this ambassador. We put like 5 of them up his ass. Haha. But yeah. Oh, man.
Top 5 biggest dildos up someone's ass.
How far will you go for your administration, huh?
It's a proof
And all
of
that
your
stuff.
allegiance to the country.
Oh, yes, you gotta really freaking bend over and really think of England if you want to work at this administration. Rumor has it one of them said, why don't you use 5? Another one said, "Why don't you try that again? I'm sure there's some COVID in there somewhere."
Some sort of COVID. It's around there.
Mm-hmm. On the count of three,
who doesn't have COVID up their ass? Am I right?
At a count of three, I want you both to scream real loud in my ass. That's an old Family Guy joke.
So we kind of got off the topic of logistics and into the topic of men having emotions. That was pretty funny.
Yeah, how dare men be
a little. What? Who says to say anything about being gay?
Nobody would say anything about being gay.
Andrew. Yeah, like, dude.
Except for Andrew, who I guess is bisexual, I think. Question mark.
I don't know.
Yeah, like...
I don't know, therefore it's fine.
Yeah, gay men are still men. They're just gay. They got, like, an extra part to their, like, title or whatever.
See, they just like men. Just a lot more than men.
To be honest... On the topic of like men and emotions and pronouns and shit, like I think it's just like Twitter culture getting the better of me. But like I haven't said this on a podcast before because I don't think it's that big of a deal or it's actually anything that I'm legitimately considering. But I have at times sat down and been like, "Huh, what if I'm a girl though?" I've had that thought a time or two.
I've had those thoughts since I was in 6th grade.
Oh man, I was going to say something. You know what? So, like, recently I've gotten to TikTok, right? Like, I've been just like clip. No. Oh, yes, it's actually really fucking cool. Like, everyone's shitting all over it, and I got into it. It was like, holy crap, this is a fucking lot of fun. Because like all I do is, just clip stuff from my streams or videos that I record of my Call of Duty or Warzone matches. And dude, I've got hundreds and hundreds of hits on like most of them. And people talk to me and like, I'm making friends and I'm getting followers and fans. Right. The, Riely was talking about Twitter culture, and I want to go ahead and expand upon that for a second. Twitter culture is so absolutely toxic that it makes you forget that there's other stuff besides Twitter. I mean, Facebook is fucking garbage. It's ass. Like, if you can, fucking delete your account and move on from it. Because
I don't pay attention to Facebook. Like, I have an account and I use it mostly for Messenger, but I don't pay attention to it at all.
Yeah, good. And you shouldn't, because fucking Facebook is AIDS. Like, it's just fucking AIDS. And we really just don't fucking need it. So like it's easy.
Is there a social media that isn't AIDS at the end of the day?
Honestly, like so far, like Instagram and TikTok and Telegram and
okay, but they all. I don't know about Telegram, but I know Instagram and TikTok have their AIDS aspects.
Oh, they got their AIDS aspects, but like it's super easy to avoid it. Yeah. Like if you just like a certain type of video, like if you like duets. Like you'll get nothing but duets to get in your algorithm, right? So it doesn't expose you to, colored hair, feminist whimskins, which, have you seen that from Twitter? They put an X in the name. It's like, oh, daddy, he did it again. They did it again. They did the meme letter and the word. That was fine. It didn't need any changing.
The meme letter.
Yeah, like Latinx or like Italianix. Like,
Italianix, Latinx.
And everyone's like roundly rejected those titles. Like they're really trying to push the memes. But anyway, blah blah blah.
Okay, so I might have to mark this down because this might be a racial slur. I'm asking a question if a word is a racial slur.
Oh, great.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let me prepare to mark this down.
Timestamp, Jason.
Is gringo a racial slur?
No, gringo is just Mexican for white dude.
Okay.
Like, no. I was like, because you get called gringo called down here all the time, or gringa. That's like white lady.
I'll leave it in then. It's kind of on Mo's approval. I'll leave the word gringo in.
Like it's more like if you live in like working class or poor neighborhoods, you'll hear Mexican dudes and people, just Mexican people say gringo. But if you go to like more proper, a little bit more well off Mexican neighborhoods, they'll say, what was that? Blanco or Blanca? They'll use more proper language. You know what I mean? Because Blanco means white and a white guy, and Blanca means white lady or white chick or whatever. And that's
I think anyone
it's
that's taken a year of Spanish would have been able to tell you that.
well, I'm sorry, but I didn't know. I'm just fucking
Mo's
talking.
in his 40s. He took Spanish like fucking 25 years ago.
No, I never took Spanish. I live in fucking Texas. You don't need to. Just stay here for 15 minutes.
But anyway, so the reason I brought up the word gringo and wanted to make sure it wasn't a racial slur is because I saw a Wojak meme where it was like some like cry. It was like the crying Wojak saying it's Latinx or whatever, and there was like the yes Wojak, but he's a Mexican and he says shut the fuck up, gringo.
Oh yeah, because I fucking love the shit out of that meme because this is all like dipshit colored hair feminists and their very rapey male feminist counterparts trying to dictate to people, to society, what their language is now. Like it's all animals are equal, but some animals are more equal than others. It's what it is. It's all very Animal Farm.
But anyway, Mo, do you have any final thoughts on logistics before we kick it back to our buddy Andrew?
Logistics sucks. Being an adult sucks. Find the cure find immortality when you're like 17 or 18. Trust me, you'll
All right,
thank
I got
me.
2 years.
Actually, I said we kick it to Andrew, but I remember now that he went first last time, so I should probably go second.
So you're telling me I left
which is
that
basically the
game for
equivalent
no
to going
reason.
first between the two of us.
So you're telling me I left the game for no reason.
Yeah, Andrew, you should leave the game anyway. You shouldn't be playing video games during the podcast, Andrew.
Andrew, we all left, quote unquote, the game a long time ago.
We left
By
the
the
game
way,
a long time ago.
And speaking of the game, you all just lost.
Aww. Is it reimagined,
but speaking of losing at games, that's actually a perfect segue into my issue. My issue is being a bad gamer.
I have a friend that can relate to this really well.
So, the reason why it's an issue is I am bad at video games. That is really no secret if you've watched me play a video game before.
Oh, dude, you have some serious ass I'm bad at games problems.
Yeah, okay. You were there for me and Mo have been playing fucking Garfield Labyrinth on YouTube, and I'm pretty shitty at that game, which is a very basic child level puzzle game that I'm really shit at. But in general, so I am really shitty at video games.
It hurts to watch him play. It hurts to watch you play that game. It's like, oh no, just do that block. Oh no, I died because it reappeared.
Yeah,
sorry.
That game fucking sucks, but
I think you're just stupid.
So the reason why it's an issue, right, is not because I'm like salty because like I'm bad at the video. Well, it kind of is, but there's more to it than that, right? Where it's like I love video games. I've loved video games since I was a child, and I'm very into like Nintendo and like Pokemon and shit, obviously, and like all that good shit, and like RPGs. I'm big into those things, but I can never truly experience them because I'm so shit at them that I can't progress.
Okay,
like Pokemon, I'm not that shit at. Like just playing a Pokemon game, I can do. But it even ties back into Pokemon because I am very heavily involved in the Nuzlocke community, and I have lost many a Nuzlocke because I'm shitty at strategizing. I can beat a Pokemon game when I can spam items and my Pokemon can die without consequence. But trying to play a Nuzlocke, I've beaten them before, but it's real hard. Like, I've mastered Gen 1, right? Because it's such a simplistic game and has so many mechanics that you can exploit. I've mastered Gen 1. I can do a Nuzlocke of Gen 1 very easily with minimal casualties. But anything past that, I either really struggle with, in the case of Gen 2, where I've pulled it off before, but it was very bloody. And anything after Gen 2, I just can't do. Like, I just wipe. And I wipe, and I wipe, and I wipe.
Man, I should really get back into the swing of things and do a Nuzlocke.
I've been the most successful I've been in Gen 3 actually is I have an ongoing Emerald Nuzlocke and I am 6 badges in, and I really hope that's the one that finally gets me over the Gen 3 hurdle. But I guess we'll have to see because it hasn't been an easy journey. I believe I have 9 deaths, one of which was my starter. And
See,
right now there's a Sea King in my party just because he's the best possible option I have to deal with fucking Tate and Liza. Because having the Sea King along with my Whalmer gives me double surf. But but the fact that my best option for a double battle is a fucking Sea King means that I've had a lot of my good boys die.
you know you're good at Nuzlocks when your starter doesn't die the entire time.
I'm so
That's
mad that that didn't happen with Pokemon Silver, which was my first ever successful Nuzlocke. I got my starter all the way to the fucking end, and then it died to a Wild Dawn fan in Mount Silver, the final place in the game where you fight the final boss. It died to a wild Pokemon in that area.
what was the move that killed it? Explosion?
Earthquake.
Oh my god. What Pokemon was it?
I didn't realize that Wild Dawn fans at that low of a level had fucking Earthquake. It was my encounter. I was just weakening it with Cut so I could catch it, and then it just fucking used Earthquake, and down I went.
Bye, Birdie.
Bye bye, Birdie.
Or it was probably a Cyndaquil knowing
That
you.
was not a bird. None of the Gen 2 starters are a bird.
Well, one's crocodile, so that's close enough.
In what realm is a crocodile close enough to a bird? Okay, but whatever. We're getting.
Someone
I didn't
messaged
want to go
me.
on the Nuzlocke tangent for too long. I want to talk more in the broad scheme of things. Just, it's hard for me to truly appreciate games as an art form, which I do. I do despite this, but it's hard for me to, have the whole experience because I'm so fucking shitty at it. And there are tools for someone like me to do that, but I get shamed and feel bad for using them, right? Like shit like the fucking God button in the Final Fantasy VII release, or fucking, like just using items in fucking Pokemon Nuzlocks. I get shamed.
Wait a minute, hold on. God button in Final Fantasy's what?
Okay, so in the Final Fantasy VII re-release, not the remake, but the re-release on the PlayStation Shop and on the Switch eShop and shit like that, you can just press a button and it just essentially makes you broken and you kill everything.
Well, yeah, that seems very boring.
I think I have a new problem now. Okay, I think I figured out what my second problem is.
Don't make an issue about something you've only heard out of my mouth, Mo.
No. This has been a
No,
long
okay.
time. No, this has been a long time coming.
But anyway, I feel like your issue is gonna be an antithesis of mine then. But like, just the fact that I struggle with enjoying and appreciating like the entire campaign of a game just because I really don't have the skill. I don't even know what it is. Like maybe I have shitty hand-eye coordination. Maybe I'm just bad at paying attention. It's a
You are
lot of
bad at that.
yeah, it's a lot of things, and I wish I could get better, and I practice, like, Pokemon Nuzlocks are my prime example here, because I've been practicing that shit for years. I've been running locks for fucking years, and I pulled off Gen 1 a bunch of times, and I pulled off Gen 2 that one time, but anything past that, because Pokemon's AI gets better, the mechanics become harder to deal with, and you have to actually strategize instead of fucking breaking the game in half like you can in Gen 1.
I think you should look up how to get better at Nuzlocks. Simple.
I know how to get better at Nuzlocks. I've been studying them for fucking years. I see people pull strategies. I know how to do it in theory, but I'm very bad at execution.
See, in theory he can do it, but he can't.
Yeah, I understand how to do good. I just don't. I'm bad at executing that.
Just be better at it.
Like, in any game, that's the case. Like, oh, to beat this level in Mario, you have to do this jump here, and then this jump here, and then this jump here. I
You gotta
understand
do
that.
this awkward jump at this awkward angle. Just
I understand that that's the case. I just can't execute it.
That's practically me when I was playing Sunshine for the first time and trying to do Gelato Beach skip.
Which I have I have the 3D All Stars collection on my Switch,
Oh
and I don't
yeah.
think I can't progress past like the first eighth of any of those games because I'm
How?
just so shitty.
How?
Because I'm bad at
Sunshine is
games.
so ye. No, not Sunshine. Sunshine's hard. I'm having a hard time in Sunshine. I'm not gonna lie. But Galaxy is literally the easiest thing in the goddamn world.
Dude,
Galaxy.
I love Galaxy. I just started playing Galaxy last week because I also have the triple Mario pack, Mario game pack that I pre-ordered and got, right. Dude, I played for like almost 5.5 hours straight. My very first go around of Galaxy. It might be my new favorite Mario game.
Yeah,
I'm
Galaxy is a
glad to hear
great
that because
game.
Galaxy is
Yeah, it's fucking
legitimately like
awesome. It's beautiful.
amazing.
Yeah, it's
Now, if
great.
you're Riley, you can
It's so
appreciate it.
impressive and so well done.
Yeah, sadly, Riley can't appreciate the game because he sucks at it.
Yeah, and that's my main concern, right? Like I understand all these games and like, oh, this game is amazing because this reason, but they're also really challenging, which is good. I like that they're challenging because they should be, but I'm shitty at them. And when I use like the fucking baby mode tools that they give me to not be shitty at them, I just feel bad about myself. So I don't do that, and then I don't get to appreciate the video game. And that's where we go. Like I can't even play easy mode in a game anymore. Like I used to beat games all the time as a kid because I'd play fucking easy mode. But now when I boot up a game and there's a difficulty screen, I'm like, but if I play easy mode, everybody will think I'm a wimp. So I immediately, if I'm feeling reasonable, I'll click normal mode and I'll feel somewhat okay about that. But 9 times out of 10, I end up clicking hard mode just because of my fucking pride and balls are on the line. And I
Who's
just can't
going?
fucking pull it
Who's
off.
going to go into your house, go on your whatever game console you have, and be like, "Oh, he plays Mortal Kombat 11 on easy mode. Everyone, watch out! This dude's a big pussy."
I'll bully myself is what will happen if I play on easy mode. Like, what do you? Look, you're ripping through this game, Riley. Why'd you pick easy mode, you dumb fucking baby bitch?
Puts it on normal mode and gets absolutely
Gets
clapped.
fucked, yeah.
See myself. This is why I put it on easy mode because I know how to do it on easy.
That's even so. The comparison I can make here with the Nuzlocke example, because I'm just using that as a proxy for like to
Yeah.
explain shit. With Black and White 2 specifically, right? So the Nuzlocke community that I run with is specifically, surrounded around the podcast Blastburn Radio, which is a podcast where they're doing a whole world tour of all the Pokemon games as Nuzlockes, which they're coming back, by the way. They ended after Black and White 2 for like over a year now, but they decided to come back. And so I highly recommend anybody who's into Pokemon and Nuzlocke go check them out because now they're not dead anymore. So that's cool. But anyway, so when they played Black and White 2, they played it on challenge mode, which was the harder difficulty setting you could turn on. It's actually really convoluted to get, but they're playing on emulators, so they can just cheat to get it. And so, why is Craig messaging me?
Because it's had enough of your shit.
Yeah. Craig messaged me because he disconnected. Okay, cool.
Had enough of your shit. Had enough of your shit.
Another Geark episode, folks. Geark better not fuck up.
Yo, let's go, Geark.
We had a whole lot of show left to do, and I forgot to run an OBS archive, so...
Geark, if you fuck up, I swear to God.
I'll be a little upset, but, so...
I will be way more than a little upset.
They played Black and White 2 on challenge mode. And I tried to play along with them and obviously got my shit rocked because it's Black and White 2 on challenge mode and I'm shitty at Nuzlocks. And I'll occasionally be like, let's revisit a Black and White 2 Nuzlocke, and I'll be like, I have to turn on challenge mode because I'll feel shitty if I don't.
I didn't even know there was a challenge mode in that.
Yeah, it's because the only way you can get it on normal hardware is if you beat the game. And when you beat the game, you have to transfer it. You can't just get challenge mode on your game for beating the game. You have to beat the game and then transfer the challenge mode key to another copy of the game. And that's how you get challenge mode.
Okay, that's dumb. So much easier just to play Blaze Black and Volt White 2.
Well, those are a little extreme. Like challenge mode isn't anything insane, right? So challenge mode basically like it gives all the gym leaders one extra Pokemon. It bumps up the levels a little bit, and it gives all the gym leaders Pokemon, or I think every Pokemon that is belonging to a trainer, at the very least the gym leaders, perfect IVs.
Or are you trying to say games like Theta Emerald, Blue Kai? Okay, now Blue Kaizo is definitely extremely difficult and stupid, but like Fire
Blue
Red and
Kaizo
Omega,
didn't seem that difficult and stupid to me. I played it. I
it
lost the
is.
Nuzlocke
It is. It's
because it was a
dumb. It's
Nuzlocke, but
stupid.
playing it normally seems easy as fuck.
Well, playing it normally, probably, but a Nuzlocke of Blue Kaizo, no. Don't do it.
I might actually try it because like I
Don't. But
said, I've mastered Gen 1. Like I know how to break that game in half. So
yeah, I've seen people say that and then spend 2 years trying to beat Blue Kaizo. True story. Sad.
I mean, me and you have both known people who took years just to beat a normal Fire Red Nuzlocke.
Okay, that's because he sucked at video games
He
more
did
than you.
indeed. Michael the Pokemon did
God, if he wasn't
indeed
garbage,
suck at video
I'm sure I
games.
could have done the Nuzlocke way faster than him.
I mean, I beat a Leaf Green Nuzlocke. It's up on the Pixels Media BitChute, which has been inactive for a while, but there is a full Pokemon Leaf Green Nuzlocke by me up on that channel. And I won. I did the thing. First try.
I did a Leaf Green Hardcore Nuzlocke, and I think I have the ROM still on my old
What were the
phone.
hardcore, like, what were the additional rules?
Level cap, and you can only have as many Pokemon as the gym leader.
Okay,
It
yeah,
was
that
fun.
one. Well, anyone who plays normal Nuzlocks without level caps is just like, oh, so you're just gonna overlevel everything then? Like, I feel like level caps are just kind of necessary.
Yeah.
But anyway, enough about the logistics of Nuzlocks. Just in general, they were my example for me being shitty at video games. Because I love the community and I love the stories behind it, and I really like to participate in that. But I can't do that when I'm wiping at the first gym in every game besides fucking Red and Blue.
Well, just get better at them.
I'm trying, Andrew.
Again,
I'm 6 gyms in Emerald right now. I just spent fucking hours grinding. I EV trained a Pokemon. That's how
you
intense I am.
EV trained. Oh my
I
god.
EV trained a Swablu to have max attack and as well. I didn't start training it until I already leveled it a little bit, so it has max attack and as much speed as I could gain with the smattering of EVs it already had. And now it's an Altaria, and it's gonna learn Dragon Dance, and it's hopefully gonna fucking destroy the game, but I have to keep it alive.
Yeah.
First of all, I have to keep it alive until it reaches level 40 and learns Dragon Dance. And then even after that, I have to make sure I don't put it in front of anything that'll fucking destroy it immediately.
Like a Wobbuffet.
Fucking Wobbuffet. No, he's gonna be my answer for Wobbuffet. Like, it's the only thing I have, because Tate and Liza's gym, they have a trainer with a fucking Wobbuffet. So what I'm gonna have to do is just sit in front of it and fucking click Dragon Dance until it doesn't click Destiny Bond and I have enough attack to one-shot it and then just fucking murder it. That's gonna be my only chance to not lose something to Wobbuffet.
Well, don't lose something to Wobbuffet. Pretty
That's
easy. Just make
the
sure it
plan,
doesn't have
brother.
Destiny Bond.
But anyway, overall, it kind of sucks to be bad at video games because I can't really appreciate them as an art form as much as I could if I had the chance to, experience them beginning to end myself and not have them be torturous experiences that I hate because they're
Oh
hard.
well, honestly, dude, why don't you just like stop playing a lot of these harder video games and just watch the long freaking FMV like story cutscenes videos on YouTube, because I've had to
Because
do
then
that
it's
with
just a
games.
movie. I want to experience games as games because they're games. It's like an infinite paradox that I'm like, this is a video game and I want to play it and I want to play it through, but I'm
So,
fucking shitty at it.
so I'm gonna have. I'm just get good at it. That's all you gotta do. get good.
But yeah, anyway, regardless, unless any of you have any thoughts about being bad gamers, we can kick it back to Mo for his second issue.
No, wait. Andrew has to go next.
No, you're next.
Well,
It goes you, me, you, Andrew. That's how it works.
yeah,
Oh,
because
okay.
you might have to go.
Because the guest does 2 issues. Wait, what,
Oh,
Andrew?
okay.
When you're talking about like Mo having to leave
Oh, okay,
early
yeah.
because of
Usually it
whatever.
goes host, guest, but we flipped it around a little bit because you might have to go early.
All right. So we're doing my second one, huh? All right. Let's go ahead and go with I don't know if this has been done yet. Let's see. Oh, what? Never mind. I don't think this has been done yet, but here's an issue that I have had, and I've had this for a while.
Hold on, I'm pulling the issue list to make sure that it actually hasn't been done.
Okay. Increasingly large updates for your video games.
Oh, definitely. We haven't done something like that.
No, you haven't. I don't think. Let me look.
I don't think anyone has. I could be wrong, but I don't think we've ever said anything about.
Google Docs has a handy dandy search feature. Let's search the term updates with an S, and updating. Nothing. Okay, nothing about updates. So you're good.
All right, good. Hope you wrote this part down, so this part isn't in your
no,
in your podcast.
It stays in. It all stays in.
No. All right. So here's the thing. So I play Warzone.
So like large updates in games is your issue.
Yeah, like increasingly large. Like I guess increasingly
large updates.
Like
increasingly large, or just fucking terribly, or I don't fucking know. There was a word I was going to use, but yeah, just the updates for games are just getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and they're not doing like a whole lot that I can see, because I'll play a game like I love Warzone. I play Warzone a lot, and the updates for that game are fucking massive. Only recently have they started scaling the fucking things down. And you're thinking to yourself, well, all right, if this is like a 60 gig fucking update, it's got to fix those bugs, right?
No.
The same fucking bugs are still in the fucking game. So what did you really get? All you really got was an update in fucking some graphics for some of the buildings and nerfs for other guns and others. And really you just get like, graphical and sort of just updates on the surface, but no real but there's updates for the game, but not all the time. And it gets really fucking tedious because I had to get myself another hard drive just to install the rest of my games. So like a game, well, like the first one was 500 fucking gigs, and I only had like 4 or 5. Like I only have like a few games on there because this is where my editing software and stuff goes. But it's a solid state drive, so I want them to be fast. But I shouldn't have to pick between 3 games that I want on there just because they're modern day games. Like Cyberpunk 2077 and Warzone can't be on the same fucking hard drive, because they'll take up the rest of my fucking space, and it becomes fucking tedious because you're wondering why a lot of your hard drive space is gone. It's not because you have like 50 different games installed on it. It's like 6 or 7 modern day games and all of their fucking updates, man. Like Team Fortress 2 used to be really bad about it, but then it sort of like found its stride. And now it's chilling, but like Warzone's been out for a little while now, and it still hasn't quit fucking around on their update sizes, and I just can't stand it. I hate it, and I wish it would just all stop, because I'm just trying to play the goddamn game. I don't like. Oh, that's another thing I don't like about it, because since I have kind of shitty satellite internet, because I'm out in the goddamn country.
Oh, okay.
I if it's like 3 gigs, it's only like about 5-10 minutes to download, even though that's fucking super slow as shit. If it's like a 20 gig fucking update, I'm having to sit there for like an hour and a half, and it's slow YouTube at 480p. It's just like slow fucking response time on any social media. It's just a fucking pain in the ass. And I
Yeah,
absolutely
the
fucking hate
fucking when
it.
shit is downloading and taking up bandwidth, that shit sucks.
Yeah, because all you want to do is just chill and like watch your videos, right? Or like, God forbid, you want to watch a live stream, or find out the hard way. Oh wait, you can't live stream on say like YouTube or Twitch while you have a giant fucking upload or download going, because that the priority for the internet is that fucking download, and it's just a bitch and a half, and I hate it. I hate it. And I can't wait till Papa Elon uh, releases the internet update, and we'll be back on top, and we'll have a brand new internet,
Can't
courtesy
wait
of
for
Elon
Internet
Musk.
2.
Oh yeah, can't fucking wait for it. Can't
Can't
wait to
wait
get
for
to Mars.
Can't wait for the iPhone
I can't
13
wait.
2.
I can't wait for people like Elon Musk to
I'm
replace.
gonna start treating iPhones like fucking Final Fantasy. The iPhone 10 too.
Oh yeah, Internet Phone 13 2.
Whenever you get it, it's
I
whenever
should
you
make that
fucking
my
get one.
ringtone. I should make that my ringtone on my phone.
No, it's as you open the door to the Apple Store, it's like
Oh boy, how much money am I gonna spend on a phone this year?
I'm tempted to just fucking buy a phone tomorrow. Like legitimately, I'm getting a fucking $400 paycheck, which granted, most of it is going away. I have to pay my mom and I have to pay my editor, but there's still going to be a decent chunk, and I might just fucking waste literally all of it on a better phone, because I fucking hate my phone. My phone fucking sucks. I bought like
sorry, go ahead.
I bought like a fucking, because my phone broke, right? Like the phone I had, I loved it. It was great. It did exactly what I needed it to do. It had a decent enough mic that I could do podcasts. It had 4G LTE data, so I could stay on fucking Discord calls for some period of time. But fucking, it just broke because the screen cracked like the first week I got it, which was whatever.
Oh, that sucks.
I kind of just dealt with it. But then a couple months went by, and eventually one day, my screen just started freaking the fuck out, right? Like it was flickering, like pictures and text were like duplicating in a weird way. Like I don't know how to describe it, but it was not correct.
Not correct. That's a good way to describe it.
And it got to the point where the visuals were just kind of permanently fucked. And I was like, okay, at least as long as the phone still works, I'll just continue to use it until I can get a decent new phone. But then one day it just didn't work. One day I tried to tap the screen, it wouldn't let me tap the screen. So I had to buy a fucking $80 budget phone off of Amazon. And that's what I'm rocking with right now. The worst thing about it is, first of all, it has like a shitty CPU and shit because it's a budget phone. But also, it only goes up to 3G mobile data.
I'm almost positive I once recorded this show on a $20 phone that I still have.
Which would work fine if, your Wi-Fi worked well with phones, which apparently mine doesn't, because whenever I connect a phone to the fucking Wi-Fi, it just doesn't want to work correctly. Like, the Wi-Fi will be intermittent, so I have to use my mobile data for fucking everything. I don't know if this is a fucking, secret plot by fucking T-Mobile to get me to fucking use all this unlimited data that I have, but...
Strangely enough, I actually have something to contribute to this conversation. A couple of days ago, I got me a new phone. It's the S something. Oh, what the fuck is it called? The S something Galaxy Note. Yes, S20. The S20 Ultra. And I got one of those because I saved up money because I have my Trump dollars mixed in with my Biden bucks, and I saved them all. And I saved a lot of it.
Stimulus check sayings, is that what you call them?
No. What I'm on is unemployment because I got fired during. Well, I lost my job because of COVID, so I've been on neat bucks for a fucking while, right? And it is.
Did you? Oh my god! There was a point where I knew you and you had a job. I kind of just forgot that was a thing.
Oh yeah, this is like the first time I've. This is like the first time in almost 20 years I've been without a job more than 2 or 3 weeks. I'm usually really, really good about having, work and having a job. But now, like, I don't have to because I don't fucking want to. Like,
Because you get fucking free Biden bucks because
yeah,
that's how it
I get
works.
Biden bucks, right? Because I'm just fucking tired of, like, working and never getting anywhere. Like, work sucks. It's fucking terrible. If you can find yourself a way out, you fucking
Then you
take that
take
way
it,
out. You
yeah.
take that, yeah, like I was saying earlier, every man's got to have a job, right? Because he's got to have a point. But, like, you don't have to work the grind. I mean, a lot of us do, and if you have to, you have to. But fuck, man, if you can find that way out and it's something better, you fucking take that shit.
I really need to because I have a job right now and like I'm grateful to have it and the pay is really fucking good for what the job is.
Yeah.
Which I'm not gonna get into the specifics, but I'm a telemarketer. I fucking pick up a phone and I try to sell shit to people, and I get a decent fucking paycheck for it, depending on like how many things I sell to how many people and how many hours I work. But I can easily manipulate that in my favor to get a lot of money, which is good. And I really need to start saving that fucking money and putting it toward fucking equipment so I can make my podcast actually fucking listenable to the general public and try to fucking like, push content creation in a direction where I actually make fucking money from it. I have to put money into it to get money out of it, which I really need to start fucking doing. Cause right now I'm rocking it with a fucking shitty $25 gaming headset that picks up every background noise on the planet and isn't loud enough.
Oh, dude, that's like the worst fucking shit, man. I'm really happy that I've gotten knowledgeable enough to figure out what filters are, and I can for the most part, filter out that noise. And since I have Audacity, I think that's what it's called, right? Audacity. It has noise suppression. So all you have to do is just highlight a quiet spot where no one's talking, and it takes that noise and gets rid of most of it to where it sounds, audible.
Yeah, I mean, I also just need a mic that sounds of decent quality, that isn't a shitty fucking $30 gamer mic. Like someday I will be buy like one of those really fancy mics that's a decent chunk of change that I can actually run the air conditioner in my fucking recording room and not have it catch on the mic. That's the
Mm-hmm.
dream. That's the fucking like end goal of my life is to get a microphone that doesn't pick up my fucking air conditioner because I'm gonna have to because we're getting to the point right where it's getting hot in Florida again. If it wasn't already, it is now,
Mm-hmm.
It is
and
still
I'm gonna have to
winter.
move. I know, but it's Florida, so I'm gonna have to move my whole fucking like operation to my bedroom because the back room where I record doesn't have central air, so I have to run the fucking air conditioner unit to not sweat my ass off, which means I'm gonna have to move this operation in my bedroom, which has its own pitfalls, such as the fact that there's no fucking space in my bedroom, and the fact that sometimes on these shows I say what normal people would consider to be some pretty fucked up shit, and my bedroom is fucking between the walls of my parents' room. So I'd prefer not to record in a room that is fucking inches away from them and they can hear everything I'm saying. But it's gonna get to the point where I have to, and those are gonna be some interesting conversations.
Hey, Mom, I know you heard me talk about wanting to stomp some kid's head in, but please understand
I
that
know
I
you
was
heard me
only
talking about how
joking.
lollies shouldn't be illegal, but
Anyway, that's my issue was too big an update. Increasingly large updates.
Yes,
too big of updates.
I'm sure
Too big an
everyone that
update.
plays COD
I
Warzone
like
will
that name better
understand.
than increasingly large
Well,
updates in games.
it's not just COD Warzone. It's like like a Cyberpunk 2077. It's a lot of these bigger like open world type games, and even like a battle royale games, because it's not just a Warzone, but Apex Legends, when it was popular, fucking Fortnite, all those types of games. And it gets tedious after a while.
All right, so Mo, you're an adult who has basic knowledge of how the English language works. In the statement "too big of updates," how many O's would the word "to" have?
Well, I would say 2 O's.
Okay.
Ooh.
So two O's. Got it.
Riley, did you graduate 2nd grade English?
I graduated 12th grade of English somehow.
I'm gonna have to ask what cheat websites you used to graduate.
No, literally, they just fucking. I wouldn't have graduated. Not because I would have graduated if I stayed in school, but the way that I think my school district in particular has this weird rule, right? Where digital schooling in any way, if you're in homeschool doing it digitally, you have to get a C to pass rather than a D. And I didn't know that. So I was struggling really bad with online school to the point where I was failing everything. But I buckled in and I was like, okay, I did really good last quarter. I'm going to work hard enough. I'm going to push myself so I can get the F's high enough that they average out with the good grades from last quarter to be D's. And I did that, and then I found it out I needed a C to pass. But then they just fucking gave me C's and everything, so it didn't end up mattering.
Oh, wow. So they just fucking bumped you up a letter grade?
Yeah, that's what happens.
God damn. Wow, schools have fucking fallen. Dude, they would fucking work to fucking hold you up back
COVID.
a year back in my day.
Because they knew it was COVID was the reason I fucked up, so they just said, fuck it, I guess. Here you go.
Ooh.
I didn't
Alright, well, fuck it, man. At least you're out of fucking school.
Yeah, I have a diploma now, wherever that diploma may be. I don't know what happened to it, but we'll find it someday.
I'd like to let you both know that I had an ELA final exam, my English exam, in 7th grade, and she curved it by 70 points.
How nice of her.
70 points.
But anyway, if we want Mo to be present at all for Andrew's issue, we should probably get into it. So, Andrew, what is your issue?
That is a good question. What is my issue? Hold on.
Andrew, you talk shit at me for not having an issue, you motherfucker. You piece of shit.
Hold on, shut the fuck up.
I mean, you've had like some time, because I ranted about bullshit.
Had the whole fucking episode.
Yeah, I know. I was playing Pokemon, but I have the issues written down.
Look, at least it was a respectable game. At least you weren't playing fucking Overwatch.
I'm offended. Anywho, Riley, I want you to pick a number. 1, 2, 3.
No,
4.
you don't get to pull that shit on me that you pulled on Demi. Fucking just pick one.
What? Oh, I want you to do it because you're gonna have actually the time for me to do it.
I'm actually gonna know what I did, unlike Demi.
Yes, you're gonna choose one of my
So
issues.
Mo, you don't know this, and listeners, you don't know this maybe if you don't follow us on Twitter. So our good friend Demi, who guested on episode 39 and submitted a fan song for episode 40, so he's a pretty big part of our
I don't know if I would consider it a fan song.
Shut up. So anyway, so Andrew on like 2 or 3 separate occasions tagged Demi on Twitter, and at 2 occasions tagged Demi on Twitter and asked her to pick 1 or 2, and Demi would pick 1 or 2, and Andrew and Andrew wouldn't tell him what he was actually picking. Nope. Even after he had already picked the number. Mm-hmm. And Demi is still in suspense. None of us have any idea. Andrew probably won't tell us. He won't even tell me privately, I don't think.
Nope.
He's hiding it. He's hiding it from us all.
It's all coming together slowly.
Andrew has some big fucking secret plots.
Yep.
But anyway, Andrew, what were my numbers between 1 and what?
1, 2, and 4.
There's no 3?
No.
Okay, 1, 2, or 4. Got it. 2.
Alright, fuck you. We're doing number 1 because I think number 1 is going to be the easiest one to talk about because you can relate to it.
Okay.
Number 1, my biggest issue over the last few days.
Did you check the list?
Yes, I checked the list for all 4 of these
Good
issues that
boy,
I have
good
written
boy.
down already and sent to my friend's deleted Discord account.
Good boy.
My issue is emulation of video games.
Like, you think it's a bad thing?
Yeah, I could explain why it's bad. I hate it. I love it,
You
but I hate
hate,
it.
okay. Do you hate it because it doesn't work, or do you hate it because you think it's a bad thing?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah, all right. Yes to what?
please
Yes.
elaborate,
I can
Andrew.
explain both
Yes,
of
yes.
these.
Like you need
I'm
some
going.
elaboration because I have no idea like what that yes means. Well, because he asks you
Yes.
2 things and you go
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right,
Both of them. Both
my
of them.
man.
Okay, let me explain.
My man!
So speedrunning, or not speedrunning, emulation causes 2 really big problems in 2 different communities. In speedrunning, it causes the problem of cheating, and it is very hard to tell a good faked run between a good real run. And it gets really annoying. And if you want to know which one's faked and which one's real, it gets stupid annoying. You have to do a million different processes to check, oh, is this run that was done on an emulator real or is this fake? Take Worcester's runs on Sonic 3 and Knuckles that he used to do on the emulators and look at
Worcester
bunch.
is a very respected person in the speedrunning community. I don't think he cheated.
No, he did cheat. He cheated. He cheated in he cheated in Sonic 3 and Knuckles at least.
Am I thinking of
On
where?
Sonic 1.
Am I thinking of
Yes,
the
you're
right
thinking of that
Worcester?
wordster. You're thinking of that wordster. Yes, the
The one who
Pokemon
runs
one.
Pokemon a lot? Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
the really
yeah.
good Pokemon one. But it's pretty obvious that he cheated. Every time he streamed, it was a new PB every day, new PB, new record. All of a sudden, hey Wordster, the emulator you use. No, we don't allow that anymore. Okay, never mind. I'm done with this game. I'm not gonna go to a new emulator that makes it really hard to cheat. I'm not gonna play on console. No, I'm gonna just play a different game.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I don't really know Worcester. Like, I don't watch him actively. I just knew he was a very respected
Yeah, no,
Pokemon
he's
speedrunner,
respected. He's
and I doubt
respected
he
in
would cheat.
Pokemon, but it looks like he cheated.
So yeah,
Um,
speedrunning is a specific issue. Like, I
mhm.
think emulation should be banned from speedrunning outright. But I don't think that makes emulation itself a problem.
Okay, another thing that emulation causes a problem with that ripples into the speedrunning is that it isn't the exact same as the console. Like any sort of emulation whatsoever is not close to the original console. Take the emulation of Mario 64 on
Oh,
the Wii.
well, but I gotta disagree with you there on some of these emulator programs. They managed to replicate them specifically and directly. Like you can run Resident Evil 3 on a PlayStation emulator, and it plays exactly like it would on a PS1.
With the
See,
PlayStation emulator, you can literally put the fucking disc in your computer and play the game.
Yeah, they have the codexes for it. They have the code correct for it. And maybe for like a few of these other consoles, like I can see the problem with the N64 console being
Yeah,
like
once you get into
maybe
like
have
the
an issue,
higher,
or yeah, like N64 or maybe even the handhelds, because now you're dealing with different type of codes and different type of technology and all that yada yada.
so
But still, I
stuff
think
like
it's
the
like for
Game
the
Boy
most.
and Game Boy.
But stuff like the Game Boy and Game Boy Advance and stuff like that. But yeah,
Those can be
I
emulated perfectly, and they have been. It's once you get higher
they
up,
have
like
been.
yeah, Game Boy
Oh,
and Game
okay.
Boy Advanced are like perfectly emulated at this point.
Well,
Like if
because like
you have a decent computer, Visual Boy Advance is going to run exactly how a Game Boy Advance would run.
yeah, I was picking those two because I was kind of thinking, well, this is a different type of technology. You know, this is handheld versus console, and there's like a billion people all around the world who are trying to get console shit correct, and maybe like a few million trying to get handhelds correct. But that's good that they have that.
The
But
DS is a
I
good
can
example
imagine.
in that league, though, where like the DS has been refined like as much as it can. Like games, if you have a decent computer, the DS emulator will probably run at like full speed. But there are a lot of games where there are just like graphical glitches that they just can't fucking fix.
Hmm.
Like Pokemon is like the peak of handheld emulation, right? Like
yeah.
everybody's goal when trying to make handheld emulators work is let's make Pokemon right? Which is why I like the 3DS emulator that's out. It runs the Pokemon games next to perfectly, and then you start trying to play like more obscure 3DS shit, and it fucking explodes.
Citra, the amazing thing, Citra.
Citra, yes,
Love
that
it.
is what it's called.
Yeah, I remember when Michael
What do you mean
first
you
used Citra.
do you have a device? Do you have a device capable of running Citra?
What do you? No, I don't think I might. I don't know.
You're saying you loved it like you've used it before.
No,
Like what the
Michael.
fuck?
I was saying Michael used it. I don't know, a
Oh,
couple of
did it actually
YouTubers.
work for Michael?
No, it was horrible. But Michael did
Um,
use Citra at one point.
but anyway, yeah. So I guess I see where you're coming from, Andrew. But at the same time, I don't think that makes emulation itself a bad thing. Like there are problems with emulation, but the community is going to work to solve them. That's how it works, right? Like they're developing the technology.
Except for the time the emulator just crashes on you for no reason whatsoever other than it feels like it, and you lose multiple hours of progress in a game that you forgot to save in.
Well, that
True.
happens very, very rarely, though.
I disagree with you. That happens more
I've
times
seen it
than I'd
happen. I've
like.
seen it.
Well, yeah. It happens, but it doesn't really happen very often at all. Like I've never really had a emulator crashing problems, except like with the Super Nintendo emulator. But everything was fine after that.
I've had a lot of emulator crashing problems over my life. It's
I've seen like emulators fuck up and lose saves and stuff. You know,
yeah, they
it's
occasionally do that.
like I see it happen to people like Blast from Radio, which are the people I watch. I watch the most consistently and watch them emulate shit, and they've had their saves fail. They've had emulators crash and have to restart hours of progress, and it happens sometimes, but it's just something that we have to improve as a community
Slowly
that
improve
works on
occasionally.
game preservation through emulation. Do you have any thoughts on this, Mo? I don't know if you use emulators really often. I don't know if I've seen you use them a whole lot.
Well, I've pretty much said everything that I need to say about emulators. I really like emulation a lot. It's brought classic gaming, retro gaming to the masses in a big way, and that way, generations from here on out can be exposed to those games. Because I think what's really cool about old school gaming is it's not going to ever go away. Because even the generation right now that's barely turning like 17 or 18, they're planning on showing their kids the games that they grew up with. And they're not going to be showing them The Last of Us. They're not going to be showing them Cyberpunk 2077 unless it's to laugh at them, or Bioshock Infinite. They're going to be showing them Mega Man X, Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past, Mario 64, Resident Evil. Basically everything from the PS3 on down is golden age. Everything from the PS4 and up it's been okay. There's been some great hits, some awesome games, but a ton of fucking misses and a ton of fucking turds flung our way, and we're told that those turds are excellence and they're gold nuggets. And honestly, everyone knows fucking way better than to ever call these games good, because they're really not. Even though I hate saying that Bioshock Infinite really isn't good, because my first playthrough, I really liked it. The second playthrough, I was like, dude, this holds your hand so much. And like, you don't die unless you get surrounded by enemies. And that's really the only way you die. There was no challenge there. And it, like when you were running low on ammo, or for just no reason, the character that you're guiding through most of the game, it tosses you fucking ammo, or it tosses you money. And it's a bummer because there's no fucking challenge there. I don't want for anything, because I'll just wait a few minutes. And so those old school classic retro games, they don't hold your hand at all. And I think people appreciate that a lot more than what they got. So emulation has brought that to the forefront of of our culture, so to speak.
It's also brought the ability of teaching people how to pirate things.
No, well, yeah. But I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think Super Mario Brothers 3 is worth $60.
I don't
Like there's a there's a real price, a real value, and really you should be paying anything more than $5 or $10 for anything below PlayStation.
I mean,
Look, the
like,
thing I emulate most is fucking Pokemon, and they refuse to fucking sell those games on virtual consoles and shit. So you know what? If you're not making money
they
off of
really
it, fuck
do.
you.
Yeah, and that's another problem. They're having problems.
Yeah, they
Like
put
there's a
Gen
lot.
1 and 2 on Virtual Console. There's no way, besides on original hardware, to play anything from Ruby and Sapphire to Black and White 2.
Yeah,
Or
there's a
really
lot of
anything from
game.
Ruby and Sapphire to current, but those consoles are easier to get your hands on than an old-ass DS and those old-ass cartridges that they don't make anymore.
Yeah,
Actually, have a good amount of Game Boy Advance games.
as much as I appreciate the Nintendo eShop, they just don't have enough as far as those retro games like the Super Nintendo and Sega. Do they have Genesis? Do we have Genesis yet?
Not
On
anymore.
what? The
Oh,
Switch?
see, that sucks. Yeah, on
We
the
had it
Switch,
on the
Nintendo,
Wii.
the eShop.
Yeah, we had it on the Wii. I don't even think they had it on the
Yeah,
Wii U.
No, they had
I
Genesis
need.
on the Wii.
Yeah, there's no excuse. There's no reason to not have every single game from the Nintendo, Super Nintendo, and Sega Genesis on there in the shop. Like, I would even be inclined to pay a little bit more if I had access to every single little game on there, because there's some great gems that aren't in the eShop or the little, like, the Nintendo emulator thing that the Switch
The
has.
NES
Look,
and
I'd say
SNES
any
one.
game
Like, I don't think
Any
that
game that is not on the PlayStation Store or the eShop is fair game to emulate with no.
Yeah, that's how I feel, because I don't really hate pirates, and I don't even hate piracy. I hate scalpers and scalping.
Oh,
Those
I
people need
absolutely
to
hate
get their
that.
fucking asses beat every fucking day of their lives, man. I mean, like, cause scalpers will go to a store, buy up every new console, right, and flip
hmm
those motherfuckers for twice the suggested retail price.
I don't know. I
And
bought mine off of a scalper for $750.
see, you got
What'd you
rused,
buy off
man.
of a scalper?
My dad bought the Series X for like $700. Not even.
Ouch, God, that's like a
Why?
$400 fucking
Why?
machine.
Cause he had the money. Don't ask where he got the
Ugh,
money.
I ain't asking how I
Is your
got the
dad in the
money.
mafia? He's fucking.
Is it curtains for me if we guess right?
Sure, you can get the
We're gonna be
curtains if
sleeping
you
with the
guess
fishes
right.
now.
See.
Right?
Anyway,
But yeah,
guys,
fuck you, Andrew. Emulation's a good thing.
I mean, it's a
yeah,
good thing
I like
sometimes.
emulation.
I mean, yeah, I
Anyway,
use
guys,
it, but I'm gonna act like I don't like it so that Nintendo doesn't hate me.
fuck them. Fuck them if they don't. If they do anyway. Nintendo's a great company, but it has its head up its ass when it comes to the internet and
Yes,
anything past and
actually, let me hear
anything.
that
Hold
for a
on, wait,
point.
wait, wait,
No,
wait, wait,
fuck
wait,
you,
wait.
Nintendo.
Yeah. Like seriously, like Nintendo has its head up its ass when it comes to anything past their technology and what their antiquated notions of technology are. They're the only company that really just refuses to get with the fucking times, because you cannot win going up against the internet. You will not. Sony fucking knows this. Microsoft fucking knows this. Apple fucking knows this. They are O for the century against the internet, and Nintendo's O for the fucking century too. Especially when they do things like there will be
Competitive
like
things.
when like there's a popular Nintendo type of streamer, and their
hmm
whole personality of their stream is Nintendo. They'll fucking do everything they can to fucking zap them off the fucking platform, and they do stupid fucking things, and it's like these old fucking boomers are clinging on to life, and they know it's slipping from them, like fucking Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Like it's just fucking slipping from them, and they feel that their time is about to be up, and they're using any fucking technology they can to prolong their lives, and they're still clinging to their fucking bitterly clinging to their beliefs, right? And one of those beliefs is the internet is bad. These computational machines have no place in civilized society.
Computational machine.
Yeah. And so until these fucking bastards die, we are fucking stuck with this version of Nintendo. And when they get some younger blood in there, we'll finally be okay.
If they ever get younger blood.
They will. Something's got to give, because Nintendo has done really really great, but the cracks in the facade of Nintendo, it's showing, and eventually the chickens will come home to roost, and they will be roosting ever so angrily at Nintendo HQ. Anyway, guys, I gotta get on out of here and start preparing for the 50th.
Yeah, I was about to say we can just end the episode if you wanna. If you have like a
Yeah.
couple minutes to do the plugs.
Okay, yeah, sure, hell yeah, I can do that.
The episode's over pretty much. So yeah, okay. So thank you
All
for
right,
listening, everybody. Mo,
hell
where
yeah,
can our listeners
great
find you?
episode. Yeah, great episode, everyone.
Mo,
I'm
where
sorry,
can our
what?
listeners find you?
Oh, where can they find me? Probably in a corner crying because I just fucked this up. You can find me. You can find me at Moeside Gaming 42 on Twitch, Twitter, twitch.tv/Moediggity, at Twitch, Moeside Gaming on TikTok and YouTube, and I believe it's Moediggity 42 on Instagram. That's pretty much where I'm at. And Moediggity 42 on YouTube also. I have 2 channels, like a good boy.
And you know what I was gonna say, Mo, is because you've been trying to think of a let's play to do for your YouTube channel. I feel like since it's you playing and me being there, maybe we should do a Pokemon game, and I could guide you through your first full Pokemon experience.
Oh well, I've had a full Pokemon experience early as last year, but I'm down for that. Sure.
Yeah, whatever, doesn't matter. Pokemon is fun either way.
All right. Yeah, man, sounds fucking good.
All right, so Andrew, where can our listeners find you?
You can find me at Twitter at NGEL from Hell Zero, and I don't feel like trying to say that because every time I try to say it, it always comes out wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Because for some reason I decided that the A was going to be, or my @ sign was going to be the A for Angel because I'm weird.
It makes sense, but it's
It
hard
makes
to
sense, but it's stupid.
articulate. Yeah.
Yeah. hmm it's a horrible thing. Can't believe someone had to take that @ before me. But you can find me on Twitter at that that's really it. You can find everything else through my Twitter.
All
My
right.
SoundCloud.
Yeah, Andrew SoundCloud. No pressure. Listen to it today. The best
Don't
song.
listen to the other one. Don't listen to the other one. Just listen to No Pressure. No Pressure.
We're gonna play both. We're gonna play both of your songs on the show.
Don't. You can do that when I'm not here.
Yeah, so next week you can join me and Demigloom as we listen to Andrew's discography.
End your life without hesitation.
Anyway,
I will drive down to Florida myself in this shitty piece of car that I have.
Okay, enough of the threatening. Mo has to get out of here, so I have to do my plugs and we have to do
your
the end
plugs.
thing. Okay, so you can find me on Twitter at Riely Tweets. You can find me on Twitch, twitch.tv/Riely Streams, where we've been doing a Fire Red Randomizer Nuzlocke. That's been fun. You can find me on YouTube as Riely ! You can find me on fucking podcasts such as Pixels, Polygons, and Fun, which is wherever podcasts are found. There's over 130. There's exactly, not counting bonus episodes, 132 episodes of that shit. So there's a lot to listen to. It's the most consistent thing I'm a part of by far. Then there's Pokemon Variety Hour, which is, in theory at least, a sister show to that show. We talk about Pokemon. It's on Spotify, Stitcher, Apple Podcasts. And then if you're listening to this on the Big Guy, Little Guy YouTube channel, you can check out the Riely Podcast Mega Feed, which is where I do a podcast such as this and other shows that I run. And that's on Spotify, Stitcher, or Apple Podcasts. And if you're listening to this on the Riely Podcast Mega Feed, check out Big Guy, Little Guy, I guess. We're not really doing anything on there right now besides the podcast. Maybe that'll change. Probably not. Given Andrew's fucking history of me being like, when can we record Big Guy, Little Guy? And him being like, I'm literally never free in my life, even though he he was like, yeah, we could move the show to Sunday nights. Then why before weren't we doing Big Guy, Little Guy on Sunday nights,
When
Andrew?
was
Sunday
the
nights
last
are
time you
feasible
asked
for
me to do Big Guy, Little Guy?
I'll ask you to do Big Guy, Little Guy right the fuck now, motherfucker. I have to do MoCast, so we can't do
Yeah,
it
you
right
have to do the
now.
Marcast. Shut the fuck
Yeah. Someday. Sometime. But, yeah, that's it for my plugs. That's it for the show. Thank you all for listening. My issue was being a bad gamer.
My issue was emulation.
Emulation of video games, specifically.
Emulation of video games, specifically.
My issues were logistics and increasingly large updates.
Too big of updates was what we agreed on there.
No, it's increasingly large updates, motherfucker.
Fine. I'll change the name again for the third time.
You should have changed it the first time.
Originally,
Didn't you agree to change it?
Yeah, did we even ask you to change the shit, Mr.
I'm pretty sure you
Riley?
did.
Fine. Increasingly large updates in games. Fuck you. There you go.
Yeah, there we go.
See you next time, everybody. See you next.
Alright.
See you next either Tuesday or Thursday. I don't know which.
Fuck, you need to learn English.
I usually say see you next Thursday at the end of the show, but we might be moving back to Tuesdays. So either see you next Tuesday or see you next Thursday.
See you
Good night,
next.
everybody.
Bye.